There are moments in life that test more than one person's strength. They test the courage of everyone watching. And sometimes, the greatest battles aren't fought in the skies or on the front lines, but in the quiet corners of everyday life. It happened on an ordinary evening inside a small-town diner when a group of bikers thought they had found someone weak to mock. But what they didn't realize was that the woman sitting alone in a wheelchair was no ordinary customer. Her name was Captain Emily Rhodes, once a decorated F-16 fighter pilot who had logged hundreds of hours above the clouds. She had survived missions overseas, near-death landings, and moments where her life hung by a thread. But one tragic mechanical failure during a critical landing drill changed her forever, leaving her unable to walk. Now, Emily carried her Air Force jacket with pride, a symbol not of loss, but of sacrifice. To her, the wheelchair was not a weakness. It was a reminder of the price she had paid for freedom. That night, as she quietly ordered her meal, the bikers spotted her. Instead of showing respect, they circled her table, sneering at her uniform, mocking her wheelchair, laughing at the very sacrifice that allowed them to live free. They tapped her chair, insulted her service, and hurled cruel words that cut deeper than any bullet. But what hurt Emily the most wasn't their laughter. It was the silence of everyone else in the room. People kept their heads down, too afraid to speak, too afraid to stand up. And just when it seemed her dignity would be crushed, the door opened again. Heavy boots struck the diner floor. One by one, in perfect formation, 35 men and women in Air Force uniforms walked in. They weren't strangers. They were her brothers and sisters in arms. Her unit. Her family. The bikers froze. Their smirks vanished. For every mocking laugh they had thrown, now stood dozens of sharp eyes, shoulders squared, warriors united. Not a single punch was thrown. No words had to be shouted. The Air Force didn't need to prove their strength. Their presence alone was enough. One soldier placed a steady hand on Emily's shoulder, sending a message louder than any threat. She was not alone. She would never be alone. The bikers backed away, their arrogance replaced with shame. Moments later, they slipped out the door in silence, and then the diner erupted. Strangers clapped, some cried, and others whispered in awe. No one looked at Emily with pity anymore. They looked at her with respect. That night, Emily didn't just defend her dignity. She reminded everyone of a truth the world often forgets. Heroes don't always stand tall. Sometimes they sit in wheelchairs, carrying scars we cannot see, but with hearts that refuse to break. And when one hero is mocked, an entire family of warriors will always rise to protect them. So, my friends, if this story touched your heart, I ask you to do something simple. Like this video. Share it with someone who needs a reminder of courage. Subscribe to Kindness Corner for more stories that celebrate strength, compassion, and the human spirit. And finally, leave one word in the comments. Just one. Tell us how this story made you feel. Inspired, proud, moved? Because your voice matters, and together, we carry these stories forward.